some of these guys, it's going to be tough for them, but just talk about their play number one, how they showed up, and the decisions you're going to have to make moving forward into the week.
Yeah, it's I feel like every year I think Aaron Whitecotton does an unbelievable job with that group. We feel like we're always going to find ways to have depth. And every year we're going to have to let somebody go that is a 53-man roster caliber player. But there's some decisions to make on that side of on that front, and a lot of guys made it difficult today. So it was cool to watch all those guys get after it.
Talk about Tack McKinley a little bit there, Robert.
You know, he's obviously he's got pedigree, right? Like first round talent, elite strain, length, speed, physicality, mindset. You know, it's. Like I've always said it, you know, it just takes some time. It takes guys some time sometimes, you know, for one reason or another, and a lot of times they have to find themselves. And I feel like he's in a really good place right now, you know, both physically and mentally. And I thought he did a really nice job during training camp.
Is he, with his story and, you know, getting cut and bouncing around the league, is that like just a story you can share with guys fighting to be in the league and stuff, just the way he never, you know, he's fought his way back?
You know, especially, you know, it's all around you. You can never say it's. You think about these young men; they get drafted, whether it's first, 7th round, whatever it is, and you know, within a year, people want to throw guys away. 2 years, 3 years, whatever, and you know, you get your opportunity, and it's gone in a flash. And it's like I've said, sometimes they just take a little bit longer. And to his credit, he stayed in shape. He got the opportunity in minicamp, was really impressive, brought him in, and he's attacked it from there. And, you know, so credit to him. You know, like I said, he's always had the physical tools. It was always just a matter of him getting to the right place mentally, and I feel like he's in that spot right now.
He appeared to be, like, running fourth all summer. What were his chances coming in, and how did he maybe help himself tonight?
I think he's helped himself. I don't think this game really I think he helped himself with regard to, you know, everyone noticing, but it's nothing that we haven't noticed already. He's had an awesome training camp, and he's one of those guys that we're gonna have to make decisions on. You know, so it's a really good D-line group, and it's good to have guys like him who can rush the passer.
Leonard Taylor III, also another guy that kind of stood out as well. Just talk about just the camp that he's had, and including this game.
He's really come along the last couple of weeks. You know, he's obviously still a rookie, has a long way to go, but definitely over the last couple of weeks, thought he's done a really nice job.
I don't think with Taylor, Robert, there wasn't too many on-field concerns with him. In fact, you probably don't have a chance to get him undrafted if there weren't. Like, he was squeaky clean off it. Do you believe that you have a defensive line room and a defensive meeting room now where you can maybe take some chances on players like that because you guys have the people in place, players in place that can help cultivate and a person like that grow? Yeah,
and it's really sink or swim right now because you're surrounded by so many guys who love the game of football, and he'd be an example of a young man who just maybe didn't get it. And then he sees how these guys work, and he sees Quinnen and Jermaine and Clem and everybody in that D-line room, Kinlaw, and I mean, I can go through the entire group. You can't not match the level of intensity and effort that happens in that D-line room. So, you know, so credit to him. Took a little bit, but like I said, he's doing his best to figure it out, and we'll see how things go over the next couple of days.
You had a few guys get hurt tonight. Is there any updates you can give on any of those guys?
Xavier could have came back in. Max, I'm not quite sure where he's at. He, you know, talked to him at halftime. He felt fine. Same with Yeboah. You know, we'll get a scan on him tomorrow and see where he's at. But it doesn't sound like it's anything long term.
What were the conversations like these next few days, you and Joe, in the personnel department?
You know, you're trying to figure out which ones you're going to have to let go, you know, and which ones you're going to keep. And like I said, it's not clear cut. There's a lot of players who are capable of being on the 53-man roster, and there's a lot of guys who represented themselves well throughout the entire training camp, even today. And so just going through and making sure that we're making the right decisions for this organization, and that's about it.
Robert, I know like other teams obviously are going to cut players as well. Do you guys plan on being active on the waiver wire, or is it almost you want to find a way to try to keep as many of your own as opposed to picking from others?
You always want to keep your own, but you're always going to keep an eye out. If you can upgrade the roster, you're going to upgrade the roster. But we feel good about the guys that we have in our building. We feel like it'd be really hard pressed to find guys who aren't in this locker room already.
It seems like Kinlaw is a guy that, I know you guys were high on him. You signed him for a reason, but have you gotten even more out of him than what maybe you expected you would?
Not necessarily. Like I said, for him, he's been battling the injury bug. Knock on wood for him, he's felt good all of camp. He's taken every single rep. He feels like he's in a really good place, both physically and mentally, and because of the fact that he's been able to take all these reps, we've been able to really help him hone in on his game. You know, when you're in and out of the lineup, you're just playing. You're not locking into a technique or anything. And to his credit, he's found a way to get himself healthy, and he's bought into everything that we preach on the D line with regards to technique and all that stuff. And really looking forward to seeing what he does this year. I think he has a chance to do something special for himself.
With Tack, how much of a role did Ulbrich play in that decision? Because he obviously was with him in Atlanta.
Yeah, he Ulbrich, obviously he has a familiarity, and they've kept in constant contact, and he had a big role in it, and just asking for a workout, and he came in for a workout, brought him in for minicamp, and then from there Tack took it himself. So having the connection with Ulbrich definitely helped him get into this building to make sure to get some eyes on him, to give him that workout and that tryout in minicamp, and from there he's done it all himself.
How did you grade his breakdancing performance?
I'll check out the tape, but anytime you have time to break dance on the football field, that's pretty cool.
I can't take credit for this. It was actually Eagle Eye Kaz over here, but white shirt today.
Oh. I don't know. My wife asked me to change it up, so happy wife, happy life.
We won't discuss the challenge.
Oh, good. At least it won.